Hello Europe, John Oliver here, and tonight we're diving into the thrilling world of regulations. Don't worry, this isn't about mayonnaise or roundabout etiquette. This is about the EU AI Act, a groundbreaking piece of legislation aimed at taming the Wild West of artificial intelligence. Essentially, the EU AI Act wants to make sure AI development and use doesn't turn into a Black Mirror episode. You know, the one where robot bees sting people to death based on Twitter polls. Bad times. The Act establishes a clear framework for AI, focusing on risk assessment and mitigation. Think of it as a safety manual for the future, ensuring AI benefits humanity, not just Mark Zuckerberg's bank account. The EU AI Act is a big deal because it's the first of its kind, setting a global precedent for AI regulation. It's like the Magna Carta for machines, except instead of feudal lords, we're dealing with algorithms. And let's be honest, algorithms can be just as power-hungry as any medieval monarch. This act is about ensuring AI serves us, not the other way around. Now, the EU AI Act isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. It understands that not all AI is created equal. Some AI is as harmless as a Roomba bumping into furniture, while others can have serious implications for our fundamental rights. That's where the risk-based approach comes in. The Act classifies AI systems into 4 risk categories: unacceptable, high, limited, and minimal. Think of it like a spice level for AI. Minimal risk is your mild salsa, while unacceptable risk is basically eating a Carolina Reaper pepper whole. Unacceptable risk AI is a big no-no. It includes things like social scoring systems that judge your worthiness as a human being, looking at you, China, an AI that manipulates people by exploiting their vulnerabilities. Basically, if an AI system sounds like it belongs in a dystopian novel, it's probably in this category. High-risk AI isn't banned outright, but it comes with strict rules. This includes AI used in critical infrastructure, healthcare, and law enforcement. For example, an AI system used to diagnose medical conditions would fall under this category. The Act requires these systems to undergo rigorous testing and meet high standards of accuracy and safety. So who's responsible for making sure all this happens? Well, the EU AI Act primarily targets 2 groups, providers and deployers. Providers are the geniuses who develop and bring AI systems to the market, while deployers are the folks who actually use these systems in their daily operations. Providers have the lion's share of responsibility. They need to ensure their AI systems comply with the Act's requirements, from conducting risk assessments to implementing data governance measures. It's like baking a cake, but instead of flour and sugar, you're using algorithms and data sets, and if you mess up the recipe, people might end up in an AI-induced coma. No pressure. Deployers also have their part to play. They need to use high-risk AI systems responsibly and ethically, following the provider's instructions and monitoring for any hiccups along the way. It's like driving a car. You need to know the rules of the road and make sure your vehicle is in tip-top shape before you hit the gas. The Act also introduces the concept of General Purpose AI, GPAI, which refers to AI systems that can be used for a wide range of tasks. These systems, like those large language models everyone's going crazy for, have the potential to be incredibly beneficial but also carry significant risks. The Act requires GPAI providers to be extra careful, implementing additional safeguards to prevent these systems from going rogue. Now, you might be thinking, that's a lot of rules, but who's going to enforce them? Well, the EU has that covered too. The Act establishes a fancy new body called the EU AI Office, which sounds like a secret organization from a James Bond film, but is actually a bunch of very serious people tasked with overseeing AI in the EU. The AI Office has the power to investigate complaints, conduct audits, and even issue hefty fines for violations. It's like the AI police, except instead of guns and badges, they use regulations and compliance reports. And trust me, nobody wants to be on the wrong side of an EU regulation. The EU AI Act is a complex piece of legislation, but its message is simple. AI should serve humanity, not the other way around. By establishing clear rules and a robust enforcement mechanism, the EU is taking a proactive approach to shaping the future of AI, ensuring it develops responsibly and ethically. So the next time you hear about some new AI breakthrough, remember the EU AI Act is there, working behind the scenes to make sure it doesn't turn into a Black Mirror episode. And that, my friends, is something we can all be thankful for.